Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to solve the third question from CIE IGCSE 058043 extended paper from May-June 2024. Now this question is from statistics topic. Rahul rolls a dice 60 times. The results are shown in the table. Find the mode, the median and the mean. Now here to find out the mode, we are going to look at the frequency, and the frequency which is the highest gives us the mode. That is, here the mode 14 is the highest number and the score representing this frequency is 5. So the mode is going to be 5 over here because its frequency is the highest among all. Now to find out the median, let us look at the number of times Rahul rolls the dice. That is 60 times. So let us take 60, that is the total frequency. If you add up these numbers, you will get 60. So we are going to divide it by 2 because we are going to find out the median. So this is going to give us 30. Now let us keep adding the frequencies one by one till we reach a number 30 or a number which is greater than 30. So here 10 plus 6 is 16. 16 plus 11 is 27. 27 is still lesser than 30. So 27 plus 13 gives us 40, which is greater than 30. So here we got a median at score 4. So here we are going to write the median as 4. Now let us try to find out the mean. Now for the mean we have the formula as sum of f times x over sum of f. Now for the numerator we are going to multiply the score with the frequency. So let me show over here. So we are going to take the first score which is 1. So 1 times its frequency is 10. And then we are going to add, since there is a summation, so we are going to add with the score of the next column, that is 2 times its frequency which is 6, and then add it to the product of the next column, that is 3 times 11. So let me write down for all the values here. So 3 times 11 plus 4 times 13 plus 5 times 14 plus 6 times 6. Now this whole numerator is divided by the total frequency which is already given here as 60. So here we are going to write 60. Let us see what value this gives us. So this is going to give us the value as 71 over 20, or in decimals it is going to be 3.55. So this is the mean of this given data. Now moving on to the next question. Sangita measures the speed of each of 100 cars. The results are shown in the table. Calculate an estimate of the mean speed. Now this is a grouped data. As we can see, a range is given. The number of cars which had a speed between 20 to 30 were 10 cars. 72 number of cars had a speed between 30 to 50 kilometers per hour, and so on. Since we have to find out the mean over here, I'm going to use the same formula, that is sum of fx over sum of f. Let me write over here. Now here, since we have a group data, we are going to take the midpoint of this given interval and then multiply it with frequency. So here the midpoint between 20 to 30 is 25. So you can also find out the midpoint by adding the lower limit, which is 20, with the upper limit, which is 30. So 20 plus 30 gives you 50, and then divided by 2 to get the midpoint. So here we have the midpoint as 25. So let me write here 25. And then we are going to multiply this with its frequency, which is 10 plus. Now the same thing we are going to do over here. The midpoint of 30 and 50 is 40. So 40 times its frequency, which is 72 plus. Now the midpoint of 50 to 75 is, so the midpoint, let us see how much we get here. It's going to be 62.5. So 62.5 is being multiplied with its frequency, which is 18. This entire thing will be divided by the total frequency, which is 100 cars. Now let us see what value this gives us. So here we have got the value as 42.55. So this is the estimate of the mean speed. So let me write here. So it is 42.55 kilometers per hour. Now moving on to the next question. Sangita draws a histogram to show the information in the table. The height of the bar that represents the speed between 20 to 30 is 3 cm. Calculate the height of each of the other two bars on this histogram. Now whenever you draw the histogram, you will find that on the y-axis there will be frequency density, which will be given, and here it will be the class width, that is between 20 to 30, 30 to 50, and so on. Now since the frequency density is represented as the height, and the height of the first class interval is given as 3 cm, we are going to make a relationship between the frequency density and the height. And remember, we have a formula for frequency density, which is frequency density is equal to frequency over the class width. Now here the frequency of each speed intervals are given, and the class width represents the upper limit minus the lower limit. So let us try to find out what is the frequency density of the first class interval, that is between 20 to 30. So now let us try to find out the frequency density of the first class interval. So the frequency density is given by the frequency. So the frequency here is 10 over the class width. Class width is upper limit minus lower limit. So 30 minus 20 gives us 10. So 10 over 10 we get 1. So here the frequency density of the first class interval is 1. So let me write here 1. Next, let us do the same thing for the second class interval. So let us write here frequency density 1, frequency density 2. So here the frequency is 72 over. Now class width is 50 minus 30, which is 20. So let us see how much value we get here. So this will give us 3.6. So let us write here 3.6. And finally for the last one, let us find out in the same way. So frequency density for the third one is equal to, the frequency is 18 over the class width. 75 minus 50 will give us 25. So here let us see how much value we get. So here we get 0.72. Now these frequency densities, we are going to change them in terms of the height as it is given over here. So let us start with the given data and the first class interval. So for the first class interval, they have given it as frequency density is to height. Let us make it this way, the relationship. For the first class interval, we got the frequency density as 1 and the height is given as 3. So for the second one, let us find out what is the height, because we know its frequency density, which is 3.6. Now this is for the second class interval we are trying to find. So what will be its height? So this is a cross multiplication method. We are going to just multiply 3 with 3.6. Let us see how much value we get here. So here we got the value of the height for the second class interval as 10.8. So here we are going to write 10.8. Now using the same relationship, let us try to find out the height of the third class interval. So here let us remove this and we are going to write the frequency density we have got for the third one is 0.72. So for 0.72, what is the height? So again we are going to multiply these two. So let us see 0.72 times 3. So this will give us 2.16. So this is the height of the third class interval, 2.16. So to find out the answer for these kind of questions where height is given, make use of the formula for frequency density and use this kind of relationship, that is cross multiplication method, to find out the values. I hope you have understood all the steps and liked the video. And if you found this video useful, then check out these playlists where you'll find more examples of this kind. And if you're liking my videos, like, share and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching.